and welcome back. Here we are in Chicago. 1-800-FIGHT-MD is the telephone number as we continue here in Chicago. I mentioned to you that we have a special guest joining us here on our Chicago MDA telethon this year. You know him as the front man for the Smashing Pumpkins. Everybody, Billy Corgan is here. Billy Corgan, stay there. Oh my God. See you, my man. It's great to have you here with us. This is pretty exciting. Billy is recording his new album. He's been doing it all day long and nice enough to come in to join us tonight because you have some special MDA memories. This is kind of meaningful for you to be here tonight with us.
Well, I grew up watching the telethon with my family. We would stay up all night and watch. And then when I was a kid, we used to do backyard carnivals, and very inspired by the MDA. And I went on to do lots of things in charity. So much inspiration, and growing up with a special needs brother, I've always had a special place in my heart for anybody who has trouble. So really close to my heart, this telethon.
That's awesome. It's so nice of you to come in. He was on the WGN Morning News not too long ago and said that he wanted to come work the telethon with us. So we're going to put you to work. We're going to put you on the phones. And so have a seat, get your headphones on, get to work. And when you call in 1-800-FIGHT-MD, you may be talking with Billy Corgan. So give us a call right now. Dina, we're going to toss it over to you.
Big rock star in the phone banks. Donating time and no one's calling in. So call in. All these folks are waiting to take your pledge. We know Larry called in a pledge of $10.
Over by Billy. And it's just so funny to hear him pick up the phone. Hi, this is Billy Corgan. Can I take your call? Can I take
and they're going, no, it's not.
Pledge?
Not really.
This is not Billy Corgan on the phone. But it is when you call up 1-800-FIGHT-MD. He's on our phone lines. He's going to help us here on the floor, taking checks and so forth. Coming up in a little while. It's fantastic.
Many fronts when it comes to research. Let's see how we're doing so far tonight.
All right, let's see. Tote board here, Billy. Tote board behind you.
Is that going to move?
I'm not sure. I don't think it's
fantastic. That's it.
$1,665,812.
So, Billy thinks it's not busy now. You wait. We're going to have one of our double your money periods coming up in a few minutes here. You are going to get your workout on the phone coming up in a minute. Billy Corgan's here, and we'll be back from Las Vegas in just a couple of minutes. Stick around. This man next to me, Billy Corgan from Smashing Pumpkins, coming in to join us. He was just telling me, it was quite poignant, really. You were telling me that you used to watch the telethon and what it meant to you and how it made you reflect on people who are living with challenges.
Yeah, I think the telethon has helped so much to remind America that, people with disabilities, people with special challenges are just like us, and they just want to have a great quality of life. And I've always been inspired by the telethon to reach out to people.
And that's what it's about. You can affect that change by calling up right now, 1-800-FIGHT-MD. And I think we're going to get into crazy time around here for Billy, right?
I hope so. Billy, we thank you so much for giving of yourself. We've got the folks from the Chicago Laborers District Council behind us as well. They have given us so much. We talk about making a difference for people with neuromuscular diseases. Truly, you only need one muscle to make a difference, and that is your heart. Please open yours in the next hour to help people who are living with neuromuscular diseases. Bart?
Hey, thanks, you guys. You mentioned the Chicago Laborers District Council. Well, here's a great opportunity for you at home to double the impact of the gift that you're thinking about giving. Now, it costs $800 to send a kid to camp. We want to encourage you all to pledge as much as you possibly can so we can send as many kids to camp as we possibly can. Gentlemen, introduce yourselves. Happy to have you here.
James Ellis, Marketing Representative for Laborers District Council.
Lincoln Hayes.
Happy to see you, Lincoln.
Lou Phillips, Business Manager, Laborers Local 1001.
Happy to have you here again. Gentlemen, tell us a little bit about the good work you've been doing to support MDA.
Well, Lou is our spokesperson, so here.
We've done a number of different things during the course of the year, and we have a check here for $10,000.
$10,000. Thank you.
With more to come.
With more to come. Thank you very much. We're grateful for your support. We count on you next year. Oh, glad to have you here. outstanding. And remember, they're going to match all the pledges coming up right now, Dean.
Yes, we are. We're going to get on the phones right now, and everything that you call in right now is going to be doubled. Let's crank up that Smashing Pumpkins music. Let's get the phones going right now and double these amounts here. 1-800-FIGHT-MD. Eldon is calling in. With $100, that becomes $200. Joan from Crystal Lake, 25 becomes 50. Here's 100 from Margaret in Oak Park. That becomes $100. Billy, what do you have?
I got Rose Wagner from Chicago, $25. And we got Merle Wachowski from Lincolnwood, $30.
All right, all double thanks to our friends at the Chicago Laborers District Council. Dina?
Dean, right behind you, Kathleen from Terre Haute, from Oswego, a $500 pledge. That becomes $1,000. You called in at the right time, Kathleen. We also have a pledge from Ernest for $100, which becomes $200. That's from Chicago. Marianne, you can go ahead and answer that phone. Go ahead. I got that pledge already in there. Marianne from Cary, $15, which becomes $30. And Desiree from Schiller Park, $10, which becomes $20. Bart?
Hey, Daryl Kerbell, one of my former gymnastics teammates, called with $50. Thank you. That becomes $100. We got $30 here from Francine Levine. Stanley and Barb Silas. Chicago, $30. Juan Melendez, $50. Mary from Orland Park, $10. Elizabeth from Oak Lawn, thank you. Madalena from Chicago, $20. They're all doubled thanks to the Chicago Laborers District Council. How about that, Dean?
All right, yeah, here we go. Terry Jameson from Mount Prospect, 30 becomes 60. Desiree Holbrook from Glencoe, 15 becomes 30. Doreen and Joliet, 50 becomes 100. Saul Greenberg in Wheeling, 80 becomes 160. Molly Michael Wheaton, $25. That becomes 50. Call the numbers on your screen. 1-800-FIGHT-MD. Billy Corgan, what do you have?
Caroline Petrillo, Lake Forest, Illinois, $20. Therese from Streamwood, $25. That becomes $50. Olivia Hinsdale, $25. Blank.
I think you may have the card turned around the wrong way.
Dean, I'm new at
We're going to have to coach him on this. He's brand new at this telethon stuff.
You've got some blanks. I've got some good ones over here. Helen from Chicago, $25, which becomes $50. Diane from Hoffman Estates, $35, which becomes $70. Dan, a $50 pledge, which becomes $100. Yolanda, a $50 pledge, which becomes $100. Thanks to the Chicago Laborers District Council for matching your pledges. Now is the time to call in. 1-800-FIGHT-MD. We have less than an hour left, folks. Come on, make a pledge. We have another one from Veronica in Burr Ridge, $25, which becomes $50. Bart?
All right, I got $10 here from Burr Ridge as well. I have also $10 from Myrtle Lynch from Chicago. The Suster family, $25. Here's $100. That's doubled. Here's Karen Lorette from Des Plaines in memory of Douglas, $100 contribution. Bill Thomas, $35 from Chicago. Linda Dodge from Mundelein, here's $10. Rosetta Johnson, Calumet City, $10. RJ from Deerfield, here's $50. And Bob Rozicki from Crystal Lake, $100. And thanks once again to the Chicago Laborers District Council. That is double. Billy, I've always wanted to throw it to Billy Corgan.
Eric Anderson, Willow Spring, $100. Frank Villanova from Chicago, $50. Thank you, Frank. Stuart Bruner, Buffalo Grove, $50. Mary from Buffalo Grove, $35. Diane Ozick, can't tell, $50. $5. No, $500? What is that?
That is that's $500.
$500. Thank you, Diane.
1,000 thanks to our friends at the Labor District Council. Dashin Yukovko from Marengo, 50 becomes 100. Randy and Joliet, $20. Linda in Mundelein, $10. Jeffrey Schultz in Deerfield, $100. That becomes $200. We are doubling the amounts right now. Now is the time to call in. And remember, we are only here until midnight. Let's get over to the tote board and see how we are doing now with this big matching pledge period. Now's the time to call in. What do we have there, Dina?
A pledge from Mary Sorrow for $100, which becomes $200. And we've got the drum roll, which means we're going to take a look at our tote right
Very
now.
nice. Here we go. At $1,600,000 right now. The new amount, $1,703,000. The Billy Corgan touch. Billy, thank you so much for coming and joining us today.
Thank you, everybody. Hope everybody plays.
We appreciate it. We're recording an album which will be out when?
Oh, I don't know.
Someday soon. We'll tell you on the morning news. Let's go back to Las Vegas.